Tom Hanks is back in Australia. Of course, he's filming the Baz Luhrmann Elvis Presley biopic after filming had to be suspended in March this year when Hanks and his wife actually contracted coronavirus. Now they're back in Australia. Hanks has been told he will not have to go through the mandatory hotel quarantine. Instead, they're given the option of self-isolating for the 14 days at a resort of their choice. But the Queensland government will not bend the rules for a 39-year-old dying Queensland father who's only allowed to have one of his 4 young children who live in New South Wales come across the border to say their final goodbye. The children's grandfathers has slammed the Queensland government, saying that they were accused of being selfish for asking for an exemption.
They desperately want to see him. I have no idea how you pick and choose which child goes. I mean, you can't. I mean, it's impossible, really. We're bashing our heads against brick walls. We're just totally frustrated because we're not getting anywhere. Told us we were being selfish and we weren't taking into consideration the other cancer patients.
The Queensland opposition leader Deb Frecklington has said that the family would have more luck if they were part of the AFL or the crew of a super yacht. The New South Wales Premier Gladys Berejiklian has also spoken out, saying that she doesn't understand why the border is closed at all.
The Victorian situation is different and that's exceptional, but I can't understand why any other state is precluding doing business or allowing relatives from New South Wales to go into their state. Our case numbers, touch wood, it's a moving feast, but our case numbers are manageable.
The New South Wales Police Minister David Elliott has echoed the Premier's sentiment, saying that he believes that border closures are not logical.
Gladys was being polite because I'm pissed off. I was there last week. I was in Tweedheads this time last week. I visited people. I did a welfare check on the offices. It's not as if there's a pandemic up in the north of the state. When you see this sort of bloody-mindedness out of Anastasia Palaszczuk, let me tell you, I know everybody's saying that in Brisbane they love her because she's protected them. Well, I can tell you, along northern New South Wales and along the Gold Coast, people are furious with her. And I think she showed a disgraceful level of hypocrisy. I don't think she's across the brief because she's clearly using information that doesn't make any sense. It's not logical.
Pete, the New South Wales Premier says that keeping the borders closed will be economic chaos and will have long-term severe consequences for both states.
Charlotte Mortlock live for us in Sydney. Charlotte, thank you.